What is up guys, Judo Sloth here, and today we are going to be doing some farming at Town Hall 10 using the miners. I did start my queen upgrade to level 40 earlier on today, and I do plan on bringing a special celebration video once that upgrade is complete. But let's show you what I've been farming with at the moment, and that is mass miners. All miner attacks, I tend to take 1 rage spell and 4 heal spells. If you do have your archer queen up, you can throw a couple of healers into the mix just for a bit of a queen walk down one side of the base, but generally all miners is very good when you're trying to farm dark elixir and also gold. I have found that you slowly tend to increase your elixir. That is mainly from the pumps. Because this army purely uses elixir, you tend not to make too much from it. However, if you're farming dark elixir, which tends to be the main resource people want at Town Hall 10, then it is definitely a great strategy for it. Also helps you get that gold. If you're going for wall upgrades or general building upgrades, it is great. If you do want to farm elixir, a great alternative is to swap to the mass bowler attack strategy. So getting into the raid, I used my king in order to create a little bit of a funnel on the left and also take out the enemy king. Used about 5 miners on the right to try and make a little bit of a funnel there in order to push the miners in towards the middle, take out that town hall. Don't forget that the town hall is a storage in itself. Obviously the dark elixir storage is your main aim, and then I tend to spread the heal spells out as much as I can to cover as much ground as possible. Obviously trying to use them when the miners are under the biggest threat, so possible giant bombs, wizard towers, any sort of splash damage. Once the miners reach the core, they'll be under a lot of fire from all of the defenses around it. You then need to work out how many heal spells you actually want to use. So I decided after the miners had took out the dark elixir that it was worth using another heal spell because the miners could take out that gold storage. I tend to take a poison spell for the clan castle troops. I also tend to take a poison spell in my clan castle in order to have 2 of them take down splash damage troops quicker. The miners can help to take the troops out, unless you can see in this raid it is an air troop, the dragon doing massive amounts of damage to the miners. It doesn't matter, we got most of the gold and all of the dark elixir, so that was my main aim. But obviously if I had that second poison, the miners would have had a better chance of taking out that other gold storage. All in all, a very successful raid, 300,000 gold and 3,500 dark elixir, that on top of my loot bonus, and I'll go ahead and show you a couple more from my attack log just so you can see exactly how you might use the mass miners against different bases. I tend not to use my clan castle. I really should, because it gives you them extra 35 troops. I don't want to always keep asking and relying on my clanmates though, but definitely if you have the extra troops, they will certainly help. Again, what you want to do with your heroes is try to make a bit of a funnel so you can use the king on one side, the queen on the other if you have her, or a couple of miners. Mainly use the king to tank on this raid. The miners tend to race ahead of the king anyways, so if you don't really need to set up a funnel, just use him to take some damage initially. You then want to use your spells in order to get your main target. So you'll see that I've kind of exhausted all of my spells on this first half of the base, but that gets the bulk of your miners into the core. You also want to analyse how much dark elixir you think is in the drills. So I came in from the side where I could take out 2 of the dark elixir drills, obviously got that. Luckily it was on the same side as the storage on this one, also took out the town hall. So you'll have to make a judgment call on where is going to be easiest to get most of the loot. You can see just how quickly they took out the core of the base. For me, the dark elixir is my main aim, so I always prioritise that, and then it depends on gold and elixir following that, because I only need wall upgrades. You may be different, it all depends on which resource you are going for, but again you can see over 300,000 gold and well over 3,000 dark elixir. So we will show you one more replay and then we will wrap this video up. In terms of leagues, I tend to find that the Crystal League is working very well for me. Any Town Hall 9 base that has a lot of loot, you will be able to use this strategy in order to most of the time get 100% on it. You can see on this one I'm using the king on the right hand side to create a bit of a funnel, couple of miners on the left, and that means that the bulk of the miners will then make their way straight into the base. Again, you can see I'm attacking from this side of the base purely because the Dark Elixir storage is easier to get to. 2 Dark Elixir drills were also within this region, so that is a bonus, and again I've used all of my spells in this first half of the base in order to get the miners into the core, get that Dark Elixir storage, and you can see here just how quick they are under rage. That Inferno Tower goes straight down. Now, just to make things clear, a max Town Hall 10 you will struggle with. Obviously, if the loot isn't quite central, you can analyse the base at the time and it may still be worth going for. But certainly the more you use this attack, you will start to get the knack on what strength of base you can and can't take. And don't think that you will always get the loot. Often you will fail and miss the loot. It happens, you just have to get back in there and grind it out. So I hope that is helpful for you. As a recap, 4 heal spells, 1 rage spell, all miners. You want to use your heroes in order to try and set up a bit of a funnel and just push all of your miners in towards the core of the base. Because the army uses elixir to build, you mainly are going to be using this farming strategy to farm gold and dark elixir. So that wraps it up for this one. Feel free to share any comments in the section below. What league do you tend to farm at and what strategy do you use? I've been your host Judo Sloth. Make sure to subscribe for more Clash of Clans, and until next time, peace out guys. Stay tuned for more Clash of Clans.